Nutella.
What?
Well, you could keep the Nutella, but I would take the Waza crackers.
What the heck is a Waza?
Oh, it's like something that babies that have no taste eat.
Ooh.
I thought that was Melba.
Shots fired. Wow.
He thinks he's nice all the time.
Can't imagine anybody thinking they're above Waza crackers, though.
I am in.
It's like saying you don't like liverwurst.
It says it right in the name.
Or brown.
Liver worst.
Yeah.
All right, these.
The healthy
Liverwurst
whole
is
grain
like
European crap.
liverwurst is like the world's cheapest pate. It's awesome.
These crackers look gross. I'm sorry.
It's right up there with haggis.
Well, haggis is nasty. The real stuff is really nasty.
I like what Mike Myers says about Scottish cuisine. It all originated on a bet.
Right?
I lived over there for 3 years, believe me. I know.
I don't know what you all have against whole grain.
I have nothing against whole grain, but if the crackers look like, I can't even describe them without being somewhat disgusting. They don't look appetizing.
All right, everybody's in?
Fine.
She's like, shit all over my crackers. See if I care.
I like them. I knew you would I knew you'd back me up, Mom. I knew it.
Well, I just had some.
Gretchen likes anything that's supposedly healthy.
No, that is
Brain,
not true.
well, yes.
That is not true, and there's no supposed. I know what's healthy.
All right.
Yeah, anything that looks that gross has to be healthy.
I like them because they're crunchy.
So are cockroaches.
I've never.
I try them, especially if they're like chocolate dip.
Have you tried them, Vanessa?
No, they just look gross. Oh no, I've had crickets though.
Oh, chocolate covered?
No, like regular crickets. I've had chocolate covered ants. I don't know if I could eat a cockroach though.
Yeah, maybe not a cockroach, but how were the crickets?
They weren't bad. They didn't really have much of a taste. It was
What about the
kind of
mouthfeel? What about, is it a good mouthfeel?
I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. There's really nothing to like compare it to. They're really crunchy, and they're really like chewy after like you get past like the crunch. The people I ate them with kind of told me to just swallow them whole, but I was like, no, I want to chew it, and yeah, it's better to swallow them whole.
What's the benefit of that?
You don't have to taste it.
Well, the taste wasn't bad. It was just the texture that was kind of weird.
There is that non-chewy moment afterwards.
There is a portion of this world that lives off of bugs.
Yes.
A significant portion of this world.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I do not belong to that portion.
Well, you like lobster,
Hence the
don't
reason
you?
that they're healthy
No,
to
You
eat.
don't like lobster?
I don't do seafood at all.
Oh.
Anything that comes out of the water, no.
Ah.
Most of it he's allergic to.
Cockroach of the sea.
Yeah.
And that would be a crab.
And lobster. They're both about the same, though.
Yeah, they're not too far apart. I don't think anyone outplaces the other on the food chain.
So, Mike, did you see the message that Rack got in
That
the
were what?
chat? Rack on tour got a message in the chat.
Ooh. Gotta go to the principal's office.
I did.
Yeah.
And you notice that this happened after the last encounter when you actually used your new fine weapon. All right, everyone ready?
Yeah.
So if you'll notice, I will point everyone's attention to, oh, wait a second. I got an update. I believe we have an update here.
Windows wants to update.
Yeah.
So far we're just seeing a blank screen, right?
What's that?
No. And don't you see the Storm King Thunder on a homepage with all the characters and some extra?
No.
Then you're not in the right place.
You're not in the cool kids club. Ah.
Let me know when your screen becomes alive. Kava has some new art I wanted to show everyone. And that's her new token.
Let's see. Oh, cool.
And Xandra as well has the fur coat.
Xandra
Very
looks
nice,
so
very
warm.
appropriate.
Yeah.
The Yeti coat. All right. So let's quickly get up to speed from where we left off last week. Vanessa, what do you recall?
All right, I have a very, very brief explanation for this week.
All right.
We made it to that town, Bryn Shander.
Bryn.
After we killed that frost giant and his pet Wolfie. We were greeted by this very annoying dwarf who didn't want to leave us alone, and a beggar. And we bought weapons and sold armor, and then now we're at the inn getting drunk off of, what was it called? Firebrand? Firebeard?
Or ale.
Fire,
Brand-
Brandy.
Fire.
It's a
Yeah.
brandy. It's a good point. Let me see. It
The
is.
town's claim to fame and probably what is making everybody zombie-like.
It is Flamebeard's Fire Brandy.
Flamebeard's Fire Brandy.
And you're hanging out in Kelvin's Comfort is the name of the inn that you're in. The inn that you're in. There you go.
Yes.
And along your way, yes, as you mentioned, and this is very particular for today's session, is that recalling some of the people that you've encountered so far. So you ran into the dwarf at the gate who is a deputy. Her name is Ogrek. That's her right here. Ogrek.
Yep, she wanted some Iraq.
Yeah, well, Ogrek Brighthelm, she seemed to, she's the one who blushed when telling you where you could find the sheriff. And she's the one also who has very friendly and has the kind of patterned responses that hails people as they come in the front gate and kind of points out the market and Kelvin's Comfort and so on. So that's Ogrek. And then you also ran into Beldora, Beldora
Also
is the
wanted
one-
rack.
What was that?
Also wanted rack. They all
Rack
want
is just
rack.
getting all the ladies.
And yes, and well, it's because Rack was kind to her, right? And everyone else was not so kind. But she obviously is inquisitive, and seems to be, a little bit of like a beggar. And then just as you were getting ready to, as we ended last session, you had just met Markham well, I don't know if you'd met him yet. You were walking up to the table to greet Markham Southwell, who is the sheriff. And sitting across the table from him is Duvessa Shane. And Duvessa is the town speaker. So she's like the voted leader of the town. And Markham is the sheriff.
And they both want rack.
Don't know yet.
That's looks like the little monkey girl from Doom Patrol.
She is a little bit like that, I guess. And you had overheard her talking to Markham Southwell as you step up to the table. Does anyone recall what she was saying? If so, you get like 2 A's.
Or was they shut up pretty quick when you shut up?
Yeah, they did. You got kind of quiet real quick. So, hold on a second.
What were they saying?
That's what we're trying to remember.
They were talking about us.
No, not really by you, but
You're very paranoid, aren't you?
Well, they did shut up when we showed up.
Yeah.
hold on. Yeah, she was saying, and she kind of speaks anyway. So what do we do then, Southwell? Just sit around and wait for them to come knocking on the door? And that's when she looks up and sees that you're heading towards her table and gets quiet. And so with that, why don't we go ahead and pick up the story. I'm gonna move you onto a map inside of a tavern, and where we can kind of pick up a little bit of the conversation. What's that?
I think it was just a cough.
Oh, yes. And anyone feel free to fill in. Now, also before you got into the tavern, what was some of the activities you engaged in on your way in?
Watching the locals.
We did a bit of bartering and shopping.
Oh, that's right. I let the locals take advantage of my friends.
Yeah, so you did some bartering and some shopping. And you picked up some fine apparel.
Indeed.
Hold on a second, I'll make sure I didn't move the map. I did.
Hey, I'm so good. There's 2 of me.
Is there?
Wow.
Are there? There could be. I kind of made this in haste. Oh,
Indeed, there are 2 racks.
Yep.
Boom. There you go.
That explains why it's so popular.
All right. So as we get ready, who is coming over towards the table, towards Markham and Duvessa?
I vote the actual like scary party members.
Kava, you're gonna hang back. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Well, Zandra's gonna head over here. Mind if I sit down?
It's disguised, but I don't know, you didn't want to get too close.
So go ahead and move your characters, those of you who want to move over. Behind the bar over here, by the way, is the person who served you your drinks. He's the owner of Calvin's Comfort, Ogden Flamebeard, who the drink is named after.
Ah, I was thinking his name was going to be like Centigrade or something.
I thought his name was Another Please.
Yeah, he'd like that to be his name.
can sit in the chairs. I can sit on the table or I can stand.
Yeah,
There is no in
Yeah.
between.
yeah, just kind of how the grid works, right?
I'll just sit on the table.
All right, so those are, and Finn, you're hanging back?
Well, is he within hearing distance?
That's why I'm moving to a different table, so I can be within hearing distance.
Yeah, probably not from where you're at. You wouldn't be able to overhear Finn. And so, Xandra, you're the one who's making the advance.
Yeah, I just came up to introduce myself. My name's Sandra. And nice town you have here.
Markham just sits across the table and kind of looks at you with like semi-bored look on his face and just kind of grunts a little. But Devessa goes, "Oh, very good to meet you. You seem to have, are you new to these parts? I haven't seen you about."
Are you voters?
Yeah. Well, while the two of them start talking, can I motion for Marcus to come over to our table?
Markham?
Markham, I'm sorry, yes.
Sure you can. And Markham looks at you and kind of wrinkles his forehead a little. And just kind of sits back. He doesn't move. And Duvessa's going to ask Xandra, you know, where have you traveled from?
Where did we travel from? My brain, where did we come from?
Nightstone?
Nightstone. Yeah. Well, we came from Nightstone. We were asked to do an errand here, and why we came up here.
Oh, Nightstone. I didn't. Oh man, hold on a second.
I'll say very loud over the rest of the conversation that, Markham, it's very hard to be discreet in a personal matter when you're acting like an ass. And then I'll move over the table.
Very tactful, Rat.
I tried.
Markham will stand up abruptly, come around the table, and sit down between you and Finn, and keep his eye on Devessa, and basically will sit down and say, well, you have my attention. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just simply not understanding what's going on here.
Stan, do you have the book?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard it.
A book, Markham says. A book.
And then I'll turn to Devessa while our friend is chatting and chat her up a little too.
So, Devessa, are you from around here?
Come here all day.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I happen to be the town speaker. I actually speak for Bryn Shander and the other 10 towns, the 9 towns, I should say. 9 towns, and
Oh,
Bryn
I see.
Shander being the largest town. But yes, I was raised here. My mother came here from Nightstone, and my father was a tavern keeper.
Glad you added that.
And I think, people have told me I've gained my charm from my father and my dogged determination from my mother. But yes, we have quite a town here. I realize it's not terribly sophisticated, but it plays an important role in the economy of the 10 towns.
Well,
This is the trade center, then, isn't it?
well, Finn's going to deliver the bad news.
Yes, everything happens here. You know, there's a lot of hunting and fishing here. This is, you know, as you may have noticed, it's the tundra between the mountains, and we get a lot of dwarven traffic, hence a lovely place like this that is regaled with dwarven memorabilia. We get a lot of miners that come in here, as well as fishermen and adventurers come through here who are seeking their fame and fortune. But yes, it's quite a busy little town.
Yes, it seems to be.
Well, Finn's gonna break it to Markham that Samil has passed.
And Markham is.
And that's their reason for being there, is to deliver that message and the book.
I was afraid of that. I had overheard your fellow traveler. What is your name? And he turns to Xandra. What is your name?
My name's Sandra.
My name
Sandra
is
de
Markham.
Groot.
My
Sandra de
name is
Groot.
Markham, Xandra. Pleasure to meet you. But I did overhear that you'd come from Nightstone, and immediately I had a sinking feeling that you were going to be bringing news of my sister.
Yes, we're so sorry we have to bring you the sad news.
Well, thank you. As soon as I seen your party come in, I thought that I might have something in mind for you, but now I believe our conversation may have to wait. I'm not sure I have much to say. I need to go and think a while.
Very well.
What was the nature of the conversation that you were gonna have with us?
Well, you may have overheard a bit. Duvessa does speak loudly. He gives her a glare.
Damn.
In public, these things are best spoke about in private during this sensitive time, but when he looks around the room, he doesn't see anyone eavesdropping.
There's nobody else in here.
Well, there are other people. I just didn't have a chance to put them in. My other map crashed on me. But you know, there's no one really, no prying ears. And he goes, well, it's not really that big of a secret. Our town has been filling up over the last day or day and a half, as it seems as if there are giants about, some frost giants we're hearing stories of, and these marauders are moving through. And Bryn Shander is the safe haven for the 10 towns. And folk from the other 10 towns are beginning to pour in and seek refuge. We need all the help we can get. I am in charge of building up our militia, but you know, they just are not, well, I don't know how to put it. They're not as rugged looking as you. They're probably not as advanced or as experienced. So of course I'm looking for help. We do pay. We're not without funds or means, but we are lacking talent.
Xander, I don't know how I feel about being called rugged looking in my fine Yeti coat.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was quite stunning, but
Right? Sophisticated.
I will take my hat off and look at it, see if it's gotten battered somehow.
And
well, we'll have to talk about that, and we'll talk it over with the group, and
yeah, perhaps tomorrow
see
morning,
what we might be able to do to help you.
yes, if you would. I don't feel much like, you know, well, it's just hard for me to talk. But if you would come to the gate in the morning. Uh, which gate did you come in? Do you recall which? Did you come in off the high road?
We don't,
We came in off the
can't-
barrel.
we were met by, what's her name now? I forget her name already.
Agrek. Okay.
Albrecht. Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
were
came
met by
in.
Albrecht.
You came in through what we lovingly refer to as the southwest gate. Leading
Lovingly?
the high road south. Um,
And we did encounter a frost giant on our way, so
oh, please tell
I
me.
will be happy to
Where-
get some rest. It was a difficult battle.
Yeah, come spring, we apologize for the snow.
And you escaped with your lives.
Yes, we did, but
What do you mean
barely.
escape? We killed it.
Oh, you did. This is joyful news. Did you happen to bring, we are paying 100 gold if you were to bring its head in.
Ah, no, we did not do that.
Earthwind, can you go grab the head?
100 gold
Yeah.
per giant. In fact, well, let me make my proposal to you tomorrow. If you would come to the southwest gate, the gate you entered in, I will be manning the gate early in the morning as we look to try to point the refugees who are coming in from the 10 towns as we try to get them shelter. We are going to be closing the gates and monitoring who comes in and who goes out until this emergency passes. But if you would meet me there in the morning, we could have a discussion. I have several thoughts how you might be able to help us, and of course, we can help you. Is there anything other than word of my sister's death? And if you have any news or any word that you could share.
Oh, did you receive the book? The book's sitting on the table. This book is for you.
He looks at the book and quickly covers it with his arm. Thank you. He slips it inside of his coat with just a mere glance. You could tell that right away he's shocked that it was laying on the table in open sight. And
Oh, what's in the book? What's the book? I forget.
Thought it was just her diary, but there was like other
Yeah.
stuff in it.
According to the party journal, it was a book with ciphers and
Oh,
that she
well, I
wanted
can
to
put a little.
pass
I can
on.
put a little cloth over it because it says to keep it safe and only pass it to Markham. So it'll have been cloaked a little bit.
so he took that and he said, Well, I am very grateful that you've traveled this far distance to bring me what is most precious to her and to my family, and maybe to the survival of all of Faerun. And with that, he does say, Is there anything more that you can tell me of what happened to Nightstone? We've heard rumors, of course. We heard, but it's too fantastical to believe that someone took the Nightstone and actually rained rocks on the city from above, from a cloud. None of this makes sense.
Countess Sensori is behind the attack.
Countess Sensori, I do not know that name. But thank you for telling me. I'm sure there are others who do know.
And then I think the giants feel that that stone is theirs, and they're just taking back what's rightfully theirs.
Well, it does seem, as I shared with you, that the giants are stirred up. Let's put it that way. We've never seen giants in this territory, and all of a sudden now we're hearing word of sightings and marauding behavior.
And have you heard of the Ring of Winter?
The Ring of Winter. No.
Yeah, I've heard that you're all Storvade. I think that's his name. He's a frost giant, and he's looking for it. And it, it could freeze all of the world. But we're trying to piece it together, and so far our mission was just to bring the bad news and this book to you.
And for that, I am most grateful. And as I said, I now must take my leave. And yes, I have a heavy heart. But in the morning, meet me at the gate, the southwest gate. And I will talk about how to reward you for your faithfulness to my sister and for delivering this book to me. And with that, he pushes back the chair and steps up and stands up and begins to, and you know, obviously he just walks out without another word said, pushes through the door.
Okay, well, Finn's gonna go ask the barkeep about the nice rugs and tapestries.
That's where drunk Luthwin is.
Oh, well, Finn's gonna ask Luthwin, did you ask about the rug?
I asked about a lot of things, but that was several drinks ago.
Oh, okay.
Well, Zandra's going to continue her conversation with Duvessa and ask her, you know, can you tell me a little bit about the history of the town and how it's changed over the years? Must have been very interesting growing up here. And just get a conversation going with her.
Yeah, and she's an animated conversationalist and begins to tell you about all the politics of the towns around here that make up the 10 towns. And
Who's this guy? He just popped out of nowhere, like nowhere.
yeah, there's
He
a couple.
popped in.
There's a couple other people that are coming in. Give me a second.
Okay, well, Finn's gonna go use the loo.
Got a little startled, did you?
Sorry, I'm getting everything ready. Like I said, I was all prepared for this, and then stuff happened.
Ah. All right, I'll go back to the bar.
Hold on a second. All right, sorry about this. Give me another second or two.
I don't recognize this game.
What's this?
I don't recognize this game.
Which one?
This one here.
I don't have it on my screen here. What is that?
There's more people here.
Oh.
No, I lost the map.
Yeah, now it's just squares.
Okay. Oh.
I think Randy is just messing with us here.
Yeah, I was moving around, so I thought it was me.
I'm having trouble.
I don't remember taking any drugs.
That's how you know you take good ones.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about all that. Best made plans, mice and men, you know.
Yes.
All right. So, so Xandra Devessa's going to engage you in, like I said, in animated conversation. She has a lot to say about the town and whatnot. During that time, Luthwin, a guy comes in and hustles up to the bar. He's a young man, and he, you know, he asks for a brandy. He gets a brandy, and he's kind of nursing it and sipping it. And with him is an older gentleman. And then over here at this table, you see this guy kind of eating and drinking alone. His dinner comes to him, and he and you see that he quickly downs 2 brandies and orders a third. And he has these scars on the side of his face that look really pretty, still pretty fresh and inflamed, like claw marks. And let's see. Is that enough right now? Yes. So those people come in while Xander, you're talking to Duvessa.
And I'm sitting on the edge of my seat listening to her.
Yeah, and she's kind of prattling on at this point. Of course, she wants to know. She's trying to get all the information she can about where this giant was. How were you able to defeat the giant? And you know, she's just very curious to know how all of this went down. Do you hunt giants, or do you just are lucky and you find them?
Well, no, we were waylaid by the giant, and on our way here, we were just walking up the path, and on our way here, and the giant attacked us, and so we fought back. We've engaged in a few battles. My background is I was a soldier, and I have left the army now, but I have a few skills, and our others in our party have a few skills, and we were able to defeat the giant. We were quite fortunate, but it was quite a battle. I was knocked unconscious, and managed to be revived, and so it was a hard-fought battle, for sure.
I don't think giants can ever be considered lucky, can it?
It's what? Say that again?
I said I don't think encountering giants can ever be considered lucky, can it?
No, we were lucky to defeat the giant.
Oh.
It was a bad bit of luck.
And so he sprung upon you from the trail.
Yes, he did.
How interesting. He must have been hunting you then.
I don't know. Have you had any other problems with giants?
As
Stopping
I said,
travelers?
we've just been hearing about it over the last day or so. As you know, word keeps trickling in from the other 10 towns of sightings, and of course, it can't mean anything good.
No, it can't. Yeah, we've heard that all of the giants are, or most of them, are on the warpath right now.
Well, we must be especially careful then.
Yes, and they have a bone to pick with the small people. So, yes, it's a,
Well, what have we done? What have we done to cause them to want to cause us problems?
Well, I suppose for some, the fact that we exist is enough to be considered a problem, but I think a lot of them consider us usurpers of their lands.
Yes, and I guess in their minds it must be so. But they have come and they've not requested anything that I know of. We shall have to see how this unfolds, but right now, you know, I think that what Markham is going to ask you to do is if, you know, you can restore peace by finding them, seeking them out. But I will be there at the gate tomorrow as well. I want to hear what's happening. I need to know. I get lots of questions. So, with that, this young man up here beside you, Luthwin, he kind of is sipping on his brandy and going, "Are you new here? Are you new to town? I don't think I've seen you before. My name's Sirik."
How's it going, sir? What do you do?
"Ah, I work over at the Temple of Tyre, and I am I'm an acolyte of Torms, which just simply means that I was pretty lost until a few months ago when I stumbled into this town. I had come from very far away, way south. I've traveled a long way to nowhere. Actually, I didn't know where I was going. I was pretty lost. But I came here because I heard the knucklehead fishing was good. And I guess I found my calling, and now I work at the temple. I think I'm gonna stay in this town as long as they'll have me."
That sounds great. What brings you into the tavern tonight?
Oh, just trying to get out of the wind. Just trying to break the wind.
Oh,
Oh, hopefully.
He's trying to break wind.
that's what I heard.
Finn's gonna grab a brandy and a mulberry wine and come over here and talk to
Right. You keep hearing your broken wind over there, sir.
So Finn's gonna say good evening, hand the brandy to Sir Beric, and kind of give him a little bow, and then go sit by the fire. Is Sir Beric gonna, you know, be conversational?
Very much so. He picks his brandy up and comes back over by the fire by you, and he extends his hand. Now, first of all, he's got a scarred face, looks like freshly scarred, and he's in full plate armor, and it's clanking around behind him. And as he sits down uneasily on the chair, you can tell that he's in some pain. And
So Finn will reach out and heal him. He'll just say, kind of, "Excuse me," you know, and just kind of lay his, you know. How injured does he look?
you know, you know, he's no longer bloodied, but he's still injured. And how much do you give him?
10.
So he takes that, he just looks at you, his eyes kind of get a little brighter, and he goes, "Oh, I feel much better.
Is he a paladin?
He leans his hand over to take your hand and says, Beric Naniv. Some call me Sir Beric Naniv.
Finn Fable, at your service.
Well, Finn, I greatly appreciate the healing hand.
What happened to you?
Oh, I was coming into town several days ago, traveling in. I don't like this dag-blasted weather, but, well, I'm in search of a desperate criminal who's been waylaying wagons. And we've caught most of his band, but he seems to have eluded us.
Is he a giant?
He is not a giant. He is not a giant, he is a dwarf. And his name, he goes by the name Weevil. Weevil. And he's said to be somewhere in the 10 towns, and we were able to get information out of his compatriots and found out that he has a weakness for the firebrand whiskey, for that brandy. And, well, I'm hanging out in the 10 towns here for a few weeks to see if I can't catch wind of where he's at.
More about wind, man.
I was like, what is
Didn't
everybody
we
obsessed
see
about
Weevil?
wind?
We didn't see Weevil. Didn't we see Weevil? He's gonna, Finn's gonna motion to Luthwin to come over.
Well, okay.
Didn't we see a little dwarf that matches this description?
Well, if you have money, I would be much grateful for it. I would pay handsomely for it. I would give you 50 gold if you could help me locate the Weevil.
Am I not remembering right? I thought we saw a dwarf.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Where did you remember where we saw it?
Saw the dwarf? Maybe there was just mention of a dwarf.
Oh.
Randy, was there something about a dwarf?
No, not in this story. You may have heard him from another story.
Oh, geez. Well, I get my story mixed up, but we'll keep an eye out for the Weevil and try to help you find him.
Well, you would know him. He has a forked red beard. And his name is officially Warvel Forkbeard. But if you hear of anything, of course I believe that he's being sheltered. Someone's taken him in, I'm sure. Or else we would have run him to the ground by now. But on my way into town, you ask about my haggard look. I've been on the mend here for the last few days. On my way into town, I ran into a ravaged yeti.
Oh, yeah, that was our doing.
Well,
Mine's the Yeti.
Hey, what kind of ravage are you talking about?
well, the yeti I ran into,
We didn't do anything kinky, if that's what you're saying.
he was maimed and had a broken arm. Thank Tyre, or else I'm sure I would have met my end. But because of that, I was able to best him. But had he not been, his right arm was totally useless and broken, shattered, like some animal much larger than him must have damaged him. But when I came upon him, he was injured, and I guess he saw me as a meal. After a long battle, I was able to defeat him, and I brought his pelt in and took it to the temple where I traded it for some healing.
They didn't heal you fully for a Yeti coat?
Well, they're not as experienced as you, or I don't think they have the gift you have. They did their best. They mended and bound me, wrapped me in some herbs. I'm doing much better. I needed your healing touch, and I appreciate that, Finn.
Of course, and then, Finn will just kind of toast him. Yeah, he's socially awkward. He's trying. He's trying.
I am in your debt, and I will be at your service if you so need it.
If somebody more chatty could come bail Finn out, he'd appreciate it.
That sounds like a job for Kava.
Are you kidding me? Kava's socially awkward too. Why do you think she's over here at the table? She doesn't know what to do.
Lutheran's drunk.
Sir Barrick doesn't need
extra chatty.
he doesn't need a lot.
He had a bunch of the loudmouth too.
Like, Lutheran's lucky he can't even sit here right now.
Ever heard of a quiet drunk?
I know, seriously.
Have you met me?
No, she hasn't.
Yes, you did.
All right.
And I didn't talk then.
All right. Finn will wave Kava over.
Kava will be socially awkward and come join.
Okay, so Finn will say, yeah, this is my shy friend, and he's really good, really good ally despite her racial handicap.
Hey, how you doing?
So the Kava comes over and he jumps a little. Barrick says, he looks at you, Finn, and says, part of your party?
Oh, indeed. Have you never seen a dragonborn?
Not up close.
She'll let you touch her scales if you like.
Ooh.
Please don't touch me.
You were just trying to tell him a minute ago.
Well, I think, he must admire Kava's armor, being a paladin.
I don't have armor.
You have, like, natural armor.
Oh yeah, I guess scales.
Is there anything you want to know about Sir Barrick?
Yeah. How is he a paladin in these parts? What's his quest?
Well, he explains, I'm a knight of Tyre. And he looks around, making sure no one's listening. Since you've offered me assistance, I feel honor bound to reveal to you a little more about who I am. To everyone else here, I am an out-of-work guard. But actually, I am a part of the Order of the Gauntlet. And with that, let's see.
Is he wearing gauntlets then?
The Order of the Gauntlet. Let me hold on here while
I can see why you're socially awkward. You take everything literally.
Because what?
You're taking everything literally. That would be a little socially awkward.
Well, yeah.
You're like the Sheldon of the party?
Sure.
I'm trying to find. What are all the orders here? So, hold on a second, I apologize. Can't really find anything I'm
Now you're taking my shtick.
looking for. There's just so much here.
While you're looking, I feel the need to update everybody that they have closed the exit that is after ours, all the way to Colorado Springs.
Which one is yours?
182.
I don't know them by number.
Past
Wilcox.
snow day, snow day. I don't want to jinx it by rooting too hard for snow day tomorrow.
So they closed Plum Creek Parkway all the way to 151. I don't know which name that is.
So y'all are having a blizzard, huh?
We're,
That's
we're,
what they're saying it is.
we're enjoying a good old-fashioned spring storm.
Yeah.
We
Here
had
in Utah-
something like 8 inches of snow, which is rare for where I live. We don't get a lot of snow here.
Is that just the other day?
Yeah, the last couple of days, it's now melted. Most of it's melted today, but we're supposed to get more next week.
I think that's the storm that's hitting us right now, is the one that you got 8 inches out of.
Yeah, probably. I saw that there was supposed to be another one coming through.
Let's see, how many inches?
You open the door.
We're about 18,
I don't know.
maybe 20. And I still can't see more than like 500 feet away.
Wow.
All right. So I've shared with you now. Can everyone see that, the Order of the Gauntlet?
Yeah.
So the Order of the Gauntlet is, and he explains this in his rambling, half-drunk, kind of slow, deadpan delivery, but basically that they follow Tor or Torn, which has to do with they're the gods of resilience and like good deeds. So their courage and resilience, characteristics and attributes of hero attributes. And they can be found throughout the North. They're trying to gather information, and they're all about protecting the settlement. So they're looking for information as it relates to anything that's going to kind of injure supply lines or anything like that between cities. So they're just an order of knights who come together to fight against, in this case, the uprising of the giants. And he says, keep that under, well, I see no one's wearing hats.
Only those who have a sense of style.
All right. And with that, then he says, but I am looking for a little information. That funny man over there, the young one, sitting in the corner of the bar. I've heard he hasn't been in town but 3 months or so, and he seems odd to me. And then there's that beggar that hangs out in the market, tending fire. Always smells like smoke. I've got my eye on her too. So if you find any information out about characters such as those.
You think they're odd, but you're just really at ease with us.
What's this?
Well, you think they're odd, but I mean, it's funny you haven't found us to be too odd.
You have shown me a good courtesy. And maybe I've had a bit much.
Well, anyway, yeah. So maybe Finn will go back up and get another round and chitty chat a little bit with Sirach without being too obvious. So he's gonna go up, order round from this guy. I didn't catch his name.
Oh, the Ogden? The bark?
Yeah. So then he'll kind of nod at Sirach. Does Sirach say anything?
Oh yeah, he's kind of, you know, young and chatty, and he'll ask you where you're from.
Oh,
We've come up from Nightstone. Where are you from?
Oh, further south than that, but
Well, what brings you up here?
I've sojourned up the coast. I caught a ship and went up the coast on my way here and went by where they said Nightstone was. I was outside of Waterdeep, is it not?
Yes.
Hmm.
How far south are you from?
Oh, I'm from Suza. I'm sure you haven't heard of it. It's far south.
Gonna say with that hat, he's from Ottawa.
I find it cold here, but I
yeah.
found the hearts of the locals very warm indeed towards strangers and outsiders. I feel at home. I've never felt anywhere at home, actually.
Why not?
It's a long and sordid tale. I was given up put into a wayward home for unwanteds when I was young. And I suppose it was better than living on the streets, but I soon went to the street because it was safer.
Then the home.
Then, well, I was
Sounds
given
rough.
by my parents.
So what brings you here? Who do you work for?
Well, now I just work for Thorn, I guess.
Thorn.
The god Thorn.
How so?
Oh, I just tend to the church, and I'm simply learning how to, you know, tend to the community, to their spiritual needs.
Which church do you belong to?
Well, here in this town, we have, let me find the name of it. The Triad. It's called the Triad. They have itinerant ministers who come, and currently there's a minister here, over here on the other side of me, Delvin Ludwig. He is a Luskin priest of Thorn and has become my friend. Befriended me when I came to town, gave me something of purpose and value to do. Beginning to learn of the value of having courage. I've been afraid most of my life, and now I'm learning that I have nothing really to be afraid of.
There's nothing in the world to be afraid of?
There's plenty to be afraid of, but I have now nothing to worry about.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you, Finn, Fable. Let me buy you a drink. And he'll buy Sirach a drink and mosey back over here.
Okay. So with all of the, oh, wait a minute. And then in between all that, Rack Beldora comes in.
Oh, the two suspicious characters are lurking.
Hey, Rack.
And Beldora comes over to Rack and sits down and says, "Buy me a brandy."
Why not?
And she motions to the barkeep, to Ogden, who's behind the bar, and he cocks his head and gives her a suspicious eye, and she cocks her finger over her shoulder and points at you, and he nods his head and sends one of the wait staff over with a brandy. And she leans over Rack and says, "Well, I really do thank you for your kindness earlier. I believe I might actually find some warm lodgings tonight, thanks to your generosity. I really do appreciate it. So tell me, where are you coming from? Obviously, I see you now have that lovely coat on, but earlier you did not. You must have come from the south.
True fact.
Regale me with tales of your journey.
I don't have my loot.
You
Best
don't.
I can do-
Oh, I see.
best I
You
can
need a
do would
little
be to
bit of
brag.
help.
Well, just talk about the Yetis and the giant for now.
Oh, yeah, she's very interested in all that. And she says, it is interesting, is it not, about this giant activity? All this seems like I'm hearing all kind of stories about giant sightings. And then amazing that you were able to take one down on the trail. It attacked you. I find that odd. I've never heard of these things until of late.
Yes, they seem to be on the move everywhere, don't they?
Do you have a theory, or has anyone passed on any information as to why this is?
No, not really. Do you?
Just speculation. Just speculation at this point.
Well, you have a.
Cause for concern, is it not?
There's many things that are cause for concern. Giants, I think, are cause for alarm.
I share that sentiment with you, of course. And thank you so very much for the brandy and for the company. It's good to just be able to converse. Of course, most people don't like talking to me. They try to shun and stay away. I can't understand why. I'm just a curious type.
It does rub some people the wrong way.
Yes. It seems to.
I would think
But I'm
that
glad friendly.
seems to me that most of the people who travel to towns like this would have something that they want to keep secret, which is why they ended up here.
Yes, it is a little odd, is it not? Shouldn't feel it strange, though. Lots of travelers come here, lots of adventures. Of course, the miners.
What about you? Where are you from?
Where am I from? I am from south of here, not too far south, though.
One of the 10 towns?
One of the 10 towns. Oh, the 10. Give me a second here. I'm actually gonna look at this.
I was thinking the Lords of Cobalt.
um, you know, I've traveled all about, and I've been to many towns, and I stay for a while and then I move on. It's just in my spirit to do that. I'm rather good-natured, though, even though some people keep a weary eye out for me. I mean no harm.
Understandable.
Did you see that gentleman over there by the fire with the plate armor on?
I did.
Those scars on his face. He is a famous Yeti hound.
Is he?
Yes. Fearsome, some say. Tracks him, hunts him. He says that he's a guard, out of work guard, looking for a wagon train. But look at those scars on his face. He was a brave man. Courageous. I'm sure he had tales to tell.
Seems to be a hazard around here. You're either stuck in town or you're a courageous and brave person.
Yes, the outsiders come in with interesting lives. I think the people who live in these towns and grow up and live here they just sometimes lack dimension.
Almost as if they're not fully formed, huh?
Well, they're very purposeful and intentful.
Lucky they have a name in some cases.
Anything else you guys want to do before you long rest?
Is everybody healed in full?
Well, you will be after your long rest. Well, again, I don't know. Yeah. Anyone need?
Well, Xandria is 56 out of 57, so she's almost healed in full, but she'd still like to get a little rest.
I think she's the one who got the worst of it.
She had a bad time of it, so she would like to get some rest, but she would also like to talk to the rest of the party about the mission that Markham is going to talk to them about tomorrow, and see if that's in line with something that they might be interested in doing, or if we have other commitments. But that's a conversation that has to be had in private.
What about Sir Beric? Is he healed?
Well, he's feeling much better. So with that, what we'll do is have everyone, the party kind of retires to your rooms for the evening. At the end, if you'll remember, last you bartered, you made a deal for room and meal, room and board and meals, and so nothing happens in the evening, and everyone can long rest your characters. And then if everyone's long rested, we can advance the story along for the morning if you want. And for this, I'm going to go ahead and move your characters. You're going to stay in this place, but in the morning, you're going to be over here in this room that has been set up for breakfast for you. So let me put you over here.
You don't have to pay the bill. Oh, no.
Is everyone in there?
Yeah, all the cool kids are.
So with that, what do you guys want? They come around and take your order, but really they have a banquet that they've prepared that they bring in for your party, and with it is the basics for your morning: fruits, vegetables, some greens, along with some potatoes and some meat. Lutheran, is there anything in particular you asked for?
No, not really. It's nice to have a night off of cooking.
Just a standard breakfast fare. And you guys gonna have your talk about the day and what you're gonna do before you head to you made a commitment to go to the southwest gate and meet Southwell, Markham Southwell.
Yeah. I'll have another shot of those brandies and an amber beer of some sort as well with my breakfast.
Which is a common practice here because it's really frigid and cold. I don't have the right map set here, but.
Right? Can we get one of those to go?
It's like
if you want, I mean, it charges you, an extra gold for the drinks.
get them in a paper cup.
If you have a flask, you can put it in a flask.
There we go.
If not, he has a flask that he'll sell you.
And
Definitely
he has a flask,
Flask.
fantastic skin, and he'll take some mulled wine to go.
Right? I've got them water skinned. We're good. Let's
I'll,
fill
I'll
it up.
ask from him how much for a flask of his brandy.
Well, the flask, what he says, Ogden tells you that, well, the flask is 5 gold, but you get 3 refills with that.
Very
Okay,
nice.
so we drank last night and we didn't pay our tab. So what's our tab altogether?
And he adds it all up and he says, Sheriff Markham has left word that he picked your tab up last night.
Oh.
Well, that's very generous of him.
Wish I'd known.
So what do we owe today?
Yes, in fact, it's very odd. I've never seen him actually act generously towards anyone.
We should have room and board for our stay. Already paid for.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was paid in advance, and I thank you very much. But he did say he would pick up your bar bill, which he did.
Yeah, well, that just lets us add more on later on.
Barter. All right. Now you guys can talk amongst yourself about what you're going to do this or what.
Yeah, so did we decide that, what do you think? Is Sheriff Markham, is his mission something that we might be interested in taking on?
Well, we don't quite know what it is yet, do we?
But do we have any conflicts? I mean, is there something else that we have promised to do is my question. I can't recall if we had anything else.
Just the delivery of that book at this point.
Okay. So provided that it's okay. That's all I wanted to know.
I don't have the journals, so I'm not entirely certain, but I don't recall anything else.
Just dropping the book off, yeah.
All right.
All right. So with that, you're going to go to the south gate.
Certainly.
All right. Let's take, if you would, we'll take a 5-minute quick break while I ready the next leg of the adventure.
Wanty. Oh. Pardon me.
Somebody's grabbing a snack. Polish off his chips.
Huh?
Are you gonna polish off his chips?
No, I don't do that. When I go with
Hey, Mom, did you read about the UFC new gloves?
No, I did not.
So eye pokes have been a problem in MMA since the beginning, but there's some design flaw in UFC's gloves, increasing the likelihood.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting.
All right, everyone back and ready?
Did you see Conor McGregor go down
No, I
about a
didn't.
month ago? Yeah.
I didn't watch it because I don't have, I can't see the events anymore. We don't get them for free anymore.
Yeah, that's too bad. Kind of miss it. You know, for the big events. And the women, I like the women fighters.
Yeah, did you watch it?
No,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sorry to hear.
No, I know. I'm not a big fan of Connor. He's a good fighter, but on a personal level.
Well, so
No.
many of them have such, I mean, just surprisingly good sportsmanship, but not him.
Well, he usually, when he loses, though, he gives credit to the other person, to the other fighter. So I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah,
But he's so obnoxious going into it. And he's just so annoying. He's so unkind.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been watching. Dennis watches a lot now. But I kind of lost interest after I quit. I don't know why. I just, when I was working for them, then it was more interesting. But it's fun, you know, occasionally to watch the fights.
Yeah, me too.
I think now that, you know, they have the new owners and everything, I don't know, it just lost something for me. I don't know why.
All right, everyone back?
Yep.
All right. So as you're getting ready to leave in the tavern, in through the door comes Ogret, Brighthelm, the dwarf from the southwest gate. And she comes in and she says, "Markham sent me," and again her face blushes when she says the name. "Markham sent me. There's the giants. They're here. You need to come to the gate quickly. He's calling for you."
Giants are?
The giants are surrounding the town.
Oh, I thought the Giants were calling for us.
How many are there?
Calling for us.
Come. And she turns and leaves.
All right.
Finn's gonna cast Spark's skin on himself.
So as the party leaves, yeah, you can take any preparatory action you want.
Sandra has her armor on under her beautiful Yeti coat.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you out to the big map for a moment. So let me know when you can see that your page refreshes.
Yeah, there it is.
Is James and Vanessa, are you here?
I'm here. James will be back shortly, but Kava is in the abyss by herself.
In the abyss.
Yeah, it's just all black.
Oh,
Oh, no.
let me know when it clears up. I moved you over to another map. So everyone should be close to the town center. Well, let's wait till make sure James is back.
He can hear.
Oh, okay. So as you come out of the Calvin's Comfort, you're also behind you. You see that Beldora, who's out in the market area, also begins to follow you. But as you're heading out, so you're going to. Everyone is close to this town center, and you're heading in this direction. If you can see my arrow, towards the southwest gate.
Right.
And as you're heading down at a brisk pace, following Ogret, who's she's a dwarf, so she can't run real fast. It's pretty easy to keep up with her, but she's hustling right along.
Is Surak coming also?
Well, when you get down, so when you're heading down the avenue away, you're about like right here, when you hear a very loud giant voice that's booming, and what the voice says is, the voice says, calls out, "Surrender Artis Simbar or die." You hear that in a very loud, booming voice. And what you're seeing is townspeople are heading back towards the center of town, because there's only 2 buildings in the whole town that are made of stone. And one of them is the temple of Tyre, and the other one is a shelter that's built close to the middle of town. So people are heading out of their homes and heading towards the shelter. And as you're coming down the main drag towards the gate, then Cyric comes out and also starts heading now towards the south gate. And as he comes out the front, he said, "Did they say Artis Cimber? Artis Cimber is my father."
Who says this?
Cyric, the young acolyte who was at the bar.
What did your dad do?
And he's, as he's moving along with you, he'll say, "I have no idea. He's a famous adventurer. He's said to be immortal, cannot die. But he is the bearer of the Ring of Winter. I know almost nothing of him. Him and my mother gave me up at birth, or shortly after.
Is he in town?
No.
I have not seen nor heard of him my
These
whole life."
giants cannot have that ring.
Do you look like him?
I have no idea what he looks like.
Yep, off I go.
So, but he's running. He says, he's kind of running to keep up. Whatever it is, he feels that obviously it's of interest to him.
I would watch out. They may think that you are him, and
Rack, you're not gonna go back and save your lady fair?
She's right here.
Hold on a second. Yeah, they're heading down here with you. Beldor is traveling right behind you, a couple paces behind.
I'm still in the darkness.
Really?
Yeah.
can you try reloading the game?
Yeah.
She is on a vision quest.
So, let me know when you reload. Because what everyone else is going to see when you get up on the wall above the tower is you're going to see a dozen giants on the city.
Frost giants?
A dozen giants?
Yes, they look like the one that you took care of on the trail.
That could be a problem for us. We had trouble with one.
Now this kind of map is not to scale. I'm going to move you on to another map here in a moment, but I just wanted to show you basically where these other giants are, and they are 1,500, 1,000 yards away from the city gate. So they're a ways back, and there's nothing out there but tundra around the city. And you can clearly see them coming a long way off, but they are moving in on the town. Closer to the southwest gate are 3 giants and 2 winter wolves. And so that's kind of the scene that you're seeing as you're going to be down here in the gatehouses in the wall, the two towers here by the gate that you came in through. And that's where that's where your Ogrek is leading you. And she says, "Come, he's up here. He's up in the towers."
safe place with giants.
And now, if everyone's ready, did your map load?
No. Still here. Still all black.
I am going to try to move. I'm going to move to another map and maybe it'll clear up. Let's see.
Oh, look, there I am.
Now mine's all black.
Yeah, everyone, I'm taking you to a different map, so.
How did Finn end up in the tower?
Who?
Finn.
I put you up there.
Okay.
I just randomly put the characters up here, so I'll give you a moment to arrange your characters once everyone lets me know that your map is loaded.
All right.
So Mike, yours is loaded?
Yeah.
Well, I see a map with a bunch of white something.
I will tell the Madam Speaker that she should probably go to her citizen and keep them calm.
All right. So
I don't see Rack. I see Markham and Albrecht and, oh, there's Rack. Okay.
Rack's not in the tower.
All right.
Moving around. I don't know why he's moving around.
I had to move you because you're on top of a hidden character.
Dang it, was there.
Who are these?
Kava, are you available yet? Can you see?
Yeah, should I move?
No, you can stay. You're in a tower by yourself.
Okay.
Everyone is kind of out here in this open area that is above the road that you came in.
We're all a nice target right now.
The gates are right underneath you. I'm gonna move you, Kava.
Okay.
Who are
So-
these?
There are 10 guards up here.
Oh, okay. So those are friendly.
Yeah, those are all guards. And Markham is there. So here's the deal. Everyone is going to get to play one of the NPCs as well as your own character in this encounter. So out of the characters you met, were there anyone that you want to play? So there's 5 of you and there were
I want to
6.
play the paladin.
What's that?
I'll play the paladin.
So you want to be Sir Beric?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else for Sir Beric or?
I was talking to Javessa, so I can do her.
Hold on a second. I'm going to take Sir Beric then. I'm going to open him up and I will Finn, you are now going to be able to control Sir Beric. So let me know when you can see his sheet. You can go over to the bio and information. It'll give you a little bit of information about how to role play this character, what their idea, what their bond, what their flaw is. I tried to introduce a little bit of that when I introduced the character, but you can certainly play this character in this encounter as you think that that character would act based off of those ideas and flaws. Which one, Duvessa, is that the one that you want, Jan?
Yes, I was talking to her, so
Okay.
that would be a logical choice.
All right. So I am going to, I just gave her sheet to you. So let me know when you can open her sheet.
I can open Sir Beric, but I can only open his bio.
All right, hold on a second. Maybe I didn't do it right. Oh, yeah. Thank you. So I had to.
Yeah, I can't do Vesta.
Okay, well, hold on a second there, I'll get you. All right. All right, Mike, who do you want to, out of the ones that are left, which ones do you want to take on?
Oh, boy. I don't know. Maybe the sheriff.
Okay.
Actually, it might be better for me to do Beldora.
You want to do Beldora?
I'm the only one that spoke to her, so yeah.
Well, who wants to do the sheriff? Kava or Vanessa or James?
I-
Do you, hmm?
The what's his face?
Yeah, that's it.
Markham?
Yeah, Markham. You want to play Markham?
Sure.
All right. And then Mike, you were saying Beldonna?
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah. Or Beldora, sorry. Beldonna's something else, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's her twin sister that nobody knows about.
Since Duvessa looks like Dorothy from Doom Patrol, she should be able to conjure a Yeti. Have you guys seen that show?
James, which one do you want? You have two to choose
I
from.
don't really have a preference, so what's left?
Well, there's Cyric, the son of Artis Cimber. And then there's Ogrek, the
Dwarf.
yeah, the dwarf.
Is there any difference between them?
The dwarf has she has a little more juice. I would probably recommend her.
Okay.
Who has Barrett?
Finn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, Finn, that's right. I'm just trying to get this straight.
All right. So let me know when is everyone able to open your character and see what they're able to do?
Yeah, Duvessa can't do much.
No. Let me see. Let me try.
Okay, yeah, I can.
Mike, you're able to get into yours.
Yep.
Who has Markham? Okay. And who has Sir Beric?
I have Sir Barrick.
Finn.
Let's see.
Ogrek, who has Ogrek? James?
I do, yes.
Cyric? Does anyone have him?
I don't think so.
No. Duvessa is
Me?
Xandra.
okay, and then Mike or Rack has Beldora. Okay, so again, familiarize yourself a little bit with your characters, and then when everyone's ready, now realize you're going to have to run your attacks or anything you do with them off of their sheets.
All right.
Let me see. So as you come up to the gate, you're up on top and you see the giants, and The three giants in the winter wolves are directly out in front of you. So if you look out, you can probably start to see them as they come into view.
3 giants?
Three giants.
I thought you
And
said a dozen giants.
there's 3 at this gate. There's a dozen all around the town.
Gretchen, if he wants to put 3 instead of a dozen.
Then keep my fucking mouth shut.
Yeah.
Nothing quite so crass.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that I just wanted to clarify that we weren't waging immediate battle against a dozen.
So these 3 frost giants are coming forward, and the one in the front center, this one right here, can you see my ping?
Uh-huh.
This is the one that,
Oh, yeah, there they are.
this one right here, she has a horn, a large horn in her hand, and you can clearly tell that she's in charge. And it looks like these 2 other frost giants that are on either side of her are kind of acting and behaving like bodyguards. They're kind of scanning the side, making sure that, you know, nothing is approaching them from the sides or from behind. And she yells out towards the gate. She says, "Surrender, Artist Simber, or die. This is not a negotiation." And then she turns towards the 2 bodyguards that are beside her. And does any of your characters understand? What's your character? I know you do. Which of them understand giant?
I do.
And does.
I think that
Finally, a language.
Sandra does.
So some of you understand this, and she turns to, because she doesn't think anyone else is going to be able to understand her. She says to the guards beside her, "Jarl Starvold, he will not settle for anything less than the Ring of Winter. But they killed my mate. Vixar was found not half a day from here, slaughtered, and his wolf as well. We will get our vengeance." And one of the guards says, "You sure this is a good idea?" "Shut up!" So that's kind of the chatter that's going on with them. And they are about 150 feet away from the front, or from where you're at. Let me see what you're measuring right now. What are you measuring right now?
Like 135, 140, 120, 110.
That's about where they're at. And so as they come up, she looks towards the gate again, and she says, "I am Duvessa." Or not, no. I am Droofy. I am Droofy. And I am here for Artist Simba. Send him out. We know he's here.
Sandra asked Markham, "Do you have him? Do you have our December?"
So Markham turns to Duvessa and says, "You know of no Artist Simba. Of course, I've heard of him. He is a famous adventurer, but he is not here. He is not.
Well,
Do you know?"
Finn is going to remind Markham that they discussed the Ring of Winter, that he brought up the night before the Ring of Winter and said that it needs to stay out of the hands of the giants.
Well, obviously it starts to make sense now, but we know of no Artist Simba. We have no one to give them. And at that moment, Cyric says, Artist is my father.
You're estranged, Father. How does that help us?
Well, maybe I can give myself to them. I will give myself to them, and they can do what they want with me. And maybe they will leave the city alone.
That's doubtful. These giants want to dominate the land, and we're going to have to fight them. What better way than to start with these three?
They want the Ring of Winter. They don't want you. And they don't want your father. They want the Ring of Winter. If you don't have it, they won't be satisfied. There's no point in sacrificing yourself.
Droofy looks towards the front gate and says, "Have it your way. I am glad, personally glad, that you are resisting." She lifts her horn up and blows it.
Well, I rolled initiative.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't have initiative open yet. Well, you can roll what you like.
Huh?
Everyone roll into initiative.
All right.
Shoot. Come on.
Sandra, where's Sandra?
So now I have access to Beldora's character sheet, but I don't have access to her token.
So what else?
Did I roll?
You did. You got a 22.
Okay, cool.
You could be up first.
I'm very slow right now.
You're very fast. You rolled a 22.
There we go.
According to-
Rack, you should be able, or Mike, you should be able to open her sheet.
As a token, I can't move the token, and nothing comes up.
You can't move the token. Can anyone else move your tokens?
Let's see.
Yeah.
How odd.
Want me to drag another one out?
Yeah, let me.
No, I can't move my. Oh no. Yeah, I can.
I can move mine.
No.
I should be able to give a +1 to my like crappy roll and make mine an 8 because of my ambusher skill.
If you want to just delete her, I've got one here that I can move.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll delete it. That's weird.
She has a twin.
Yeah.
You can move that and do stuff.
Yep.
Now, what are you saying, Luthwin?
I should add a 1 to my initiative roll because of my dread ambusher.
Oh, okay. And let me see. Let me get your character. Luthwin. 8. Thank you. All right, and you have bark skin. Someone said they had bark skin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
We don't hold it against you.
It's not her fault. Yeah.
I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and mark you, just so that we know that you have it, and then that raises you. You already have your AC raised to 16. All right, everyone else is good. High roll is now with you. Finn, you've taken high roll out of your pack, and he's available.
Yeah.
Luthwin, you have Relix as well if you want to.
I'm gonna let Relix sit inside where he's nice and safe.
Did you roll high roll into initiative?
No, thanks for reminding me.
We need all the help we can get.
He spent the night sitting in a keg of brandy, so he's just not feeling himself this morning.
High roll, those days are gone for high roll.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that Brat can't stuff him into a keg and like cap it.
He's the healer. We don't disrespect the healer.
All right. This one might take a while.
Yeah.
Oh my. This sounded much better in my head.
This is fun. I like this.
Huh?
This is
Let's
fun.
do it.
All right, so Kava, you got the jump. Now what happens here is that all right. Anyway, we'll go in the order because there's no real surprise here. I mean, obviously, as they get close and they get now within 130 feet, and as she lifts up and blows her horn, you start hearing chaos break out around the city. As these huge boulders, if you look around at your elevated view around the city, you see these boulders flying just randomly at the town.
How can she blow her horn if she doesn't have the initiative?
She blew her horn
Before we started.
before you started. Basically, when you guys didn't move fast enough to give her a body, I mean, she wanted to attack anyway. She called her people into action.
All right.
So there you go. Kava, what you gonna do?
Kava's not gonna do anything because Kava doesn't have that range.
Very good.
Yeah, I don't think even with the short.
Kava can prepare an action in case they get closer.
Yeah, so that, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not offering up things you could do. That is one thing you can do, is you can prepare an action. So, but you just have to tell me what would trigger that action. So if they get within a certain distance or something like that, you can have an action.
No, Kava's okay. Kava's just gonna pass on this turn.
Other things that characters can do if they can't is they can help. So if there's something they think they can do that could help another character that would get advantage on their attack, so the help action would give an ally advantage on an ability check or an attack.
I don't think I have anything like that.
You better find something. He's obviously not taking no for an
I
answer.
can't really do anything.
So go ahead then and click your check. And now high rolls up.
Hyrule's just gonna prepare to heal.
Okay, so go ahead and hit your check.
Actually, he's not gonna do that. He's Hyrule.
Can I?
Oops, I'm trying to measure. Click on the right. There we go.
Can I bash that?
Can he
It's
get?
like 95 for me. So
Oh
probably
yeah, he'll just go after this.
Is he? Can I bash?
He's gonna go after this wolf.
Okay.
Oops, let me click on the token will attack. And then, oh, there we go. Oh, and then he's gonna get out of the way a little bit. He's gonna retreat. I think he can, since he's in the air.
Yeah, that's a huge miss, obviously.
Yeah. Okay, carry on. Oh, let me hit the little.
And the winter wolf snaps at him, and that's why he kind of missed, because he didn't realize that this thing was quick and agile, and almost caught him out of the air. All right, so the guard's turn. It's this group over here on this side. They are going to release a volley aiming towards what they've been told is Markham yells out, "Go for the leader, the one with the horn." And so they shoot a volley, and they have heavy crossbows. And so let's see, I need to do math, don't I? Give me a second. Unless someone else is faster than me. So, Droopy has an AC of 15. So the first one hits for, sorry,
12.
there my calculator. So that's 9 and 3 is 12. And then the second one hit for 5. And the third one hits for 1.
+7.
Oh no, that would have been on the advantage. But they don't have advantage. The second one gets a 9 because they do have advantage. Hold on, how many do I got so far? The calculator's not working right here. 12 plus
18 and 12 is 17. So it should be 17.
17. So the first volley goes for 17. And you see this whole volley of arrows go flying out towards Droofy, and some hit and some miss, but Droofy takes 17 damage.
Nice.
All right. Now
Out of,
Markham
out
is
of
up.
150.
Now Markham, what are you gonna do?
I think I can use my crossbow. It's a heavy crossbow, so it says it has a range of 100/400. What does that mean?
So at 100, within 100, it's a normal shot. Between 100 and 450, it's at a disadvantage.
Okay, well, Markham here is going to shoot for this woofy here.
Okay. Would that be normal or with disadvantage?
That is right at 100.
Okay, normal. So
Okay.
roll a normal roll.
I don't have.
There's heavy crossbow. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Normal one. There you go. 8 damage.
Cool.
And the Winter Wolf takes one in the flank. All right. Finn's turn.
Okay, Finn's gonna cast this. Now, are these, is this one? My thing isn't working. Is that within 5 feet of this one?
They're close enough, yeah.
Okay. So centered on the one with the horn, Finn's gonna cast Call Lightning.
What is that? Is it 5 feet wide?
It's
It says it's,
each creature within 5 feet of that point, which is centered on, or it could be centered on, it could be on this. Yeah, right here, centered right here. And then each creature within 5 feet they need to make a dex save of 15.
Okay.
Or take 3d10 damage, which is 14.
Okay, great.
And it does get half damage on a fail.
Is it a dexterity save, you said?
Yeah.
So Droofy, fail. The one, now I'm rolling on this one. failed. They're not very dexterous today.
They're really big.
Well,
Yeah, they all
Fail,
three
fail,
fail.
fail.
So they all three take 14 damage. As
How
this,
about wolves?
So what's the weather out? Is it stormy at all?
so what happens is this cloud materializes above them.
Yeah, but is it stormy out at all? Or is it a clear day?
It's clear day.
Okay. Go ahead.
Clear day, and it is early in the morning. So it's like, it's right after kind of breakfast, daybreak. So they all take 14 damage, and this cloud materializes out of nowhere above their head. 10-foot cylindrical cloud, and just shoots this lightning bolts out and zaps them. And they're not storm giants, so let me make sure that let me check something here.
They'd have to be immune to lightning. I don't think they are.
No, they are not. Lightning gets them.
Okay. Let me check. Check.
Duvessa.
All right, I am trying to open her. Oh, that's why I can do that. All right. Let's see what she has in her arsenal. Not much. So she does not have any long-range weapons. So she's going to prepare her dagger. If they get close enough, the range is 20 to 60 feet for the dagger.
She has no other weapons?
No, all she has is the dagger. And it's a ranged, she can do a ranged weapon attack.
Oh, once they get within
20 to 50 feet, or a melee weapon attack within 5 feet.
20, 60. So her dagger within 20 feet is normal. Between 20 and 60 feet away, it's at disadvantage.
Yeah, and they're nowhere near close enough. And she also has an armor class of 10 and hit points of 9. So probably one hit from a giant will take her out. She's not in any big hurry to get too close to them. But she is going to prepare her dagger.
Okay. Now, also part of what you're trying to do with your NPCs is keep them alive if you can.
Yes.
All right. So go ahead and check her.
Oh, I
just want to let everyone know that there are crenellations at the top of the wall here. So you have 3/4 coverage. Everyone has 3/4 coverage. So you're shooting out between openings. So you just have to imagine that in your mind. Right now, everyone has 3/4 coverage.
For some reason, the chat used to show up. I could click the tabs across the top, and it would just scroll between the two. The chat and then the second tab in the compendium. But now it shows up as a separate box. And every time I click on the map, it disappears, and I have to go back and re-click to get it to show up again.
Oh, so somehow it got unhooked?
Yeah, it got unhooked. I don't know why. Very convenient.
Well, if you refresh your page, it may put it back in.
I'll try that.
All right. So this frost giant back here is going to go, he kind of makes some steps over to the side and then throws a rock, a big boulder. And so this boulder just flies over and is going to land right here beside the, hold on.
I didn't think so.
So it, you piece of rotten meat. All right. So it kind of lands just outside the wall. You hear it crash into the wall, but it doesn't penetrate. And that was his move. Studberg.
Who's got Sir?
Finn.
Oh, what?
Eric is up.
Oh, sorry. He's gonna, shoot at the one with the horn,
Drufit.
Terrific. And, wow, that's really bad.
Well, he was drinking the night before.
You just get, yeah, that's a good point. Does he just get one? Yeah, it looks like he just got one action.
Check him.
Yeah. I checked, I don't wanna. There we go.
Okay. So Drufy then goes and she commands the winter wolves to head towards the gate. Breathe on the gate, she says, as she unhurls a rock.
Ow.
And the rock crashes into the gate, and you can tell it did damage, but you don't know how much.
It did 23 points of damage.
Yeah. But it's hard to understand the magnitude of that. Anyway, yes.
No, I was just making a dumb joke. It wasn't funny.
So the second one lands, and you hear the wooden, they're big wooden doors underneath you, and you hear, you can just feel the vibration of them rattling as the rock hit. All right, Xandra.
All right, so Xandra, her only ranged weapon is the light crossbow, and that goes 80 to 320 feet. So is it disadvantage at anything over 80 feet?
That's correct.
So, do we want to, I guess we do it.
Who are you shooting at?
Well, since it's disadvantage, might as well. 100 feet, and it's not going to make much difference. Might as well shoot at the chief.
Okay.
Let's see back here. Come on, sheet, open up. There we go.
And you could use an inspiration, which everyone should have an inspiration from that wonderful role-playing art.
Oh, yes, I know, but what will the inspiration do for me? I'm not real
It will
clear
give
on-
you advantage, so you could roll this with advantage.
Oh, well, let's do that. Okay, gonna roll with advantage. And it's just on the first one, right?
Yep.
Oops, I did 2, sorry. I screwed up, but either way I got 25, so that could be a hit.
Yep.
And my first one is 11. But I guess I get a 20, I get the second attack, so the second one's my second attack, so that's 21 damage.
And
No.
How is that with the
11,
crossbow? Can you shoot
4.
twice? I'm not sure you can shoot.
Yeah, I have an extra attack. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. That tells me it doesn't matter what I attack with.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have had advantage the second time, so it would have just been 4 damage instead of
Yeah, but
10.
the second time I got, oh, is this the +6 advantage? I got a, it looks like a crit. Like 25 on the second one. Is that only 4 damage?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to roll the second one without advantage, huh?
With disadvantage.
Do you have the feat crossbow expert?
I don't think so. Yes. Don't believe so. So that would be a no.
Well,
All right.
I'm just trying to think through it. Do you think it's possible to shoot, reload, and shoot again?
Well,
And
it says I get 2
oh,
attacks.
you get 2 actions. Okay, I get it.
It says I get 2 attacks. It doesn't say I get 2 actions. It says I get 2 attacks.
Okay, and so the second one, right, so the first one hits for 11, and the second one hits as well, even at disadvantage.
But I didn't roll it at disadvantage. You want me to roll again?
No. Disadvantage is a 16. So
okay.
it's all right. So let's see,
All right.
11. So that's 15 damage.
Okay.
And so it comes out and thunks right into her thigh, and she breaks the arrow off. Wow, what happened there?
What?
All right, the second giant then third giant throws his rock towards the gate. Ooh, and it just inertly falls. It sails over the gate, and you hear it crash into some building behind the gate where the livestock are, and you hear some horses start running around.
Sorry.
Way back in that area. All right. Now the winter wolf starts heading. Let me see what their speed is. Oh yeah. So he runs up to the gate, up under the gate, and gets in position. He uses
So
double movement and go.
can we get an attack of opportunity?
I don't think so. He's 30 feet beneath you.
Oh, okay.
And the second one, I did winter wolves both went at once, right? So the second one also, so they get up into position with their run. And raconteur.
Oh, it happens in ranged. Okay, I guess I can shoot with my short bow one time. At disadvantage at the queen, or whatever her name is.
Proof it.
But that's short sword, sorry. Short bow. 14 and 14 is what I roll for my short bow.
And yeah, that plinks off her armor.
Okay, and then I will set my bow down and climb off gate out down to where the wolves will be coming in shortly.
Yeah, there are actual ladders in the back end. So I'm not showing you that, but there is a way to get down. Or are you gonna jump down?
Well, I'm not going to jump, but I can climb.
Yeah, you can climb. You have special abilities, right?
Yeah, I'm a raconteur. I can do these sorts of things. So yeah, I climb down and get out my rapier and stand in the middle of the gateway, ready to pummel the wolves.
Very good. Very good. And now the gates over, or the guards over here on the other side, they're gonna let loose with a volley with their with the heavy crossbow. Let's see. 2. So 2 hits for 1 and 3. 4 damage to Droofy.
Boy, they don't do a lot of damage, do they? What kind of guards are they?
They got a little better last time. It was 18, I think, on the last one. But yeah, they're it's not a lot of them found purchased around the armor. So, the second winter wolf, I guess I did have roll them separate. So now he's up here close to the gate. Luthwin.
Okay. So first I'm going to make use of that because as it says, excuse me, at the start of each turn, if you use the attack action on that turn, you can make 1 additional weapon attack as a part of that action. So that means I will get to shoot off my first shot here twice.
Okay. Very good. And they get an extra D8, right? What was that?
Yeah, if it connects, yeah, it takes an extra 1d8 damage. So I'm gonna go with the hand crossbow.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
So the first one hit, and then roll your D8, 1d8.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have done the second one. 1d8. Woohoo! So it does 7 damage.
All right, and you're shooting for the Droofy?
Yeah, I'm aiming on the wolf here. Should I have shot with advantage because I'm above them?
Interesting.
I mean, if not, it's fine. I'm just curious.
I think you do have advantage shooting down on the wolf.
Okay,
So you want to roll that second one again?
sure. Let's see if I have better. 22, another 8 piercing on that same wolfie.
So 7 and 8, 15.
15. Alright, and because I am well, shoot, I meant to I'm at least level 5, I get to attack twice instead of once whenever I take the attack action on my turn.
So another 8?
So another, oh yeah, there's that. So roll the 1d8, you mean?
No. I mean, didn't it your hand crossbow for 8 damage? Did you have advantage?
Oh, I didn't roll it yet. Does a 14 hit the wolf?
Yep.
Alright, so another 5. And then I'm dual wielding, so I get to shoot my offhand, which is also a crossbow, for another 3. So 15 and 8 is 23 altogether.
Oh, can you do a crossbow two-handed?
Yes, because I have the one-handed crossbows.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
So that
I need one of those. I need 2 of those.
That wolf yips and takes, you see that your arrows, thump, thump, you know, go right down into its haunches behind its head. Beldora. Who's got Beldora?
Me.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh,
I don't know that she's got much of a ranged attack either. Oh, she does. All right, so she will
Uses flirt against giant.
fire on one of the wolves. A 19?
Yeah, that'll hit. Which one you shooting at?
The one that's already got arrows sticking out of it.
Okay. So that wolf takes another arrow to the back.
And then she'll step a little further away from everybody else just because we don't all want to get taken out by the same rock.
Right.
All right. Kava.
all right. I think Kava can finally like hit some people. Oh yeah. So which wolf is damaged?
The one on the right side.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna attack this wolfie.
You're gonna jump down and punch it?
No, I'm gonna shoot at it.
Oh.
I have
she
30
doing?
feet with my radiant strike. My like radiant sunbolt. I have 30 feet. Oh.
Radiant bolt.
Does that hit?
What's your distance on the radiant bolt?
Yeah, I have 30. So.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to, from up there, you're shooting down at it. So it takes 6 radiant.
Okay, I'm gonna just, yeah, I'm gonna be conservative.
All right, Hyrule.
Hyrule's gonna come back this way, then he can heal and get a backstab. Oh, what happened? What's that?
Will he have advantage because they might be flanked up by the gate?
Well, I think they have their back to him, but I don't know if that's gonna guarantee advantage.
Those wolves can take a lot of damage.
So what do
What?
Those wolves
Yeah.
can take a lot of damage, can't they?
Yeah, so Hyrule's gonna come up from behind and whack that one in the head, and then, you know, oh, that's awful. What the hell?
Why don't you go ahead and roll that with advantage because that wolf is, in a sense, flanked.
Okay. I gotta open Hyrule to do that.
It is the winter fucking apocalypse outside.
I don't know.
We have sunshine.
It must be nice.
It is.
Have that
The
advantage
snow is
option.
pretty much melted now.
Like I can't even see my neighbor's backyard anymore.
He doesn't have that
There it
advantage
is, up-
option, but
Yeah, he does. He has it up above his name, Hyrule. You see it says
oh,
advantage,
I'm sorry. Yes, he
normal,
does.
disadvantage.
All right. So, okay, is 13 a hit?
It is a hit.
Oh, okay. So he hits for 4 damage, and then he'll come back over here, and you know, somebody might need healing, and then I'll click his little check.
All right, so the wolf got hit by the stick. Can't understand it.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
The stick takes the shape of a rolled up newspaper.
The stick bites back.
Hit him
Too
on the
long, me,
nose.
will you?
Did he hit him on the nose?
It's this, you little.
All right, now the other one, someone get ready to count these up. The other guards they're letting loose with their volley over here on this side of the wall.
What's the number they gotta beat?
They're all shooting at Droofy because it was the command, and Droofy is 15. It has armor class 15. So
Fired and ready.
Ooh, it hit. Oh. Oh, no, only one hit, so
Yeah,
that's gonna
that's
be
easy.
for 4. 1 hit for 4.
she takes 4 more damage.
And the rest of you are fired.
And
They must be stormtroopers.
that's their job. That's
Yeah.
there you go. Now Markham. Who's gonna have Markham?
I got Markham.
Kava.
Yeah.
Can't hear your mic. No voice.
Kava has Markham.
My mic's not working.
No, your mic's not working.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Marcus takes a lozenge.
Huh.
He takes a moment to display jazz hands.
Okay, how about now?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what happened, but we're back. Markham is, oh, it says 2 melee attacks. He's just gonna use his heavy crossbow again.
On who?
This guy here. Sorry,
The wolf?
I pinged the wolf, but I didn't actually like vocalize the fact that I was pinging the wolf.
No, I see it. Okay, he hit him for 3 more.
Oh.
Kind of took a chunk off of his tail.
Yikes.
These townsfolk don't do much damage, dude. No wonder they needed help.
They don't got much like abilities either, at least.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
that it
not,
for
not
Markham?
complaining. Yeah, that's all for Markham.
Finn?
Okay, so Finn, I guess Finn can only get 2 this time. Ooh, 27. So DC 15 dex save on these guys.
All right, let's see what they do.
Oh, low. 27's a good roll.
Oh, she rolled a 5. So Droofy's taking the damage.
Yay.
Oh, the second one back here only takes half. So how much is it? 27?
13.
Huh?
13.
13 for the second one.
Yeah.
27 for Droofy.
Droofy takes 27 and you hear her yell out, "To the gates!"
You know,
And
there's
then-
really nothing that
Really?
the best can do.
Then
What's
they hear me
that?
laugh, say, yes, to the gates.
She's got a very manly voice.
She does. No wonder she's in command.
To the gates, boy.
She has a complex about that, too. Not you're the target.
Let's get 'em.
All right, so Duvessa is, she can't do anything, so she's just gonna go off to the tower and kind of try to get away from the damage, because there's really nothing she can do.
You could go join Rack and wait for the gate to get knocked down.
Well, she's only got 9 hit
Yeah.
points.
I think her best place is actually going to help the citizenry.
Yes. I think her best thing is to lay low. But she's got her attack prepared. Can she prepare 2 attacks? If they get close and she gets attacked, she's got a
Yeah, she
attack
can.
prepared.
Well, she can only prepare 1 attack, but
Darn. Be nice if she could stack them
yeah, it would.
and do a flurry.
Certainly would. So that's good. You got a checker?
Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
I'll let you do this with Duvessa, that she can help the guards on this other side of the tower with their armament. So she's helping them with their arrow supply. for their crossbows and helping them to reload their crossbows. So the guards on this side could all, over here, they can have
Okay,
it.
so she could go, I think she's got 30 feet, so she was over there. She can move over to here. That should be good. And then
Alright.
she's handing them arrows.
So this frost giant's up now, and he's going to move. See how far they can move. So he moves up, double moves up here within 20 of the gate. And that was his go. Sir Beric.
How come he only gets one attack? What kind of paladin is he?
Low level.
All right, so, well, he's got 52 hit points. Can't be too low. Okay, so he's gonna attack her. Finally,
How much?
15 to her.
So this one makes it through, and you can see that it actually lodged in her throat, in the side of her throat, in her neck. And you see a big spurt of blood. She is definitely not looking as peppy as she once was.
And her voice is gonna even be more hoarse.
It's gone towards the down deep. Xandra.
Oh, so Xandra. Let's see, how far away are we here? Guess her only option really is at this point the crossbow, but she at least is not at disadvantage with it. And we're going for this.
Which one?
Let's go. Come on, sheet. Open up. Damn it. What? Oh, come on. Hang on here. Okay. From there. And crossbow.
So who are you shooting at?
The giant in
Which
front of
one?
me.
This one right here in front of you?
Yep, and then we're going to do another shot. The second one misses.
All right, so this one takes 5 damage.
Mm-hmm. And then Xandra's going to move away a little bit too. Because
I thought you had 2 light crossbows.
I don't believe so.
Uh-huh. Maybe that was Nettie.
No. So Xandra's going to move over here to the tower to spread out.
Can you move that far?
I don't know. I think so. Didn't seem that far.
Uh-huh. Why don't you measure it?
No, I guess I can't, can I? Xandra's not going to move over there. All right. She's just going to move over a bit. Let's try that. But she doesn't want to be on top of the other one, so.
Yeah, you can't occupy
Okay.
something.
So we're just going to go right here.
Perfect.
Guess we can't go that far. We could go to the other tower, but I wanted to be closer to Devessa to kind of protect her.
Okay. Sounds good. Check.
Yep.
All right, so then this giant back here begins to move up. and uses his movement to get closer to the gate. And then this winter wolf here is going to ready an action to breathe on the gate when the giants arrive. Raconteur.
I'm gonna ready an action to stab a wolf when he breathes on the gate,
Got it.
or when they come through the gate.
Excellent. Now the guards, these guys have advantage. Someone get ready with the calculator. We'll see what they can do. They're still aiming towards Droofy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So 10, 2 hit for 10.
They get advantage. So
Oh, yeah, that's 3, so that one hit.
That's 12,
Let's see, so
15, 18 points,
much better.
25 points. 4 of them hit.
So this whole barrage goes out. They all hit, well, a good number hit. Would you say 25?
25. One of them was a crit.
Excellent. So Droofy is starting to droop.
Droopy.
I know somebody who would take that as an insult.
This winter wolf here also gets into position right next to the other one, ready to breathe on the gates when these two giants get up here. Loose one.
All right. Well, I don't get 4 attacks this time, but I do still get 3, and I'm gonna attack this guy.
Which one's this guy?
Wolfie.
Okay.
Right there. The 14 hit.
Yep.
So there's 7. Let me do my 1d8. So 14. Nice.
Okay.
My offhand and my bonus action. So 13 plus 5 is 19, and then the last one. 19 plus 7 is 26.
Oof. So this wolf is definitely very bloodied. Its whole back is bloodied now, and there's arrows sticking out of it like a pincushion. And it's kind of dragging its haunches along the ground. It's barely moving. There's a big blood trail behind it. But it's still up. Beldora. Who's got the bell?
I'm gonna shoot the same one she shot last time. Oh, but she'll hit it this time for 6 points of damage.
Which one? This one? The one that was all wounded?
Yeah.
So tell me how she kills it.
Oh, she just shoots a bow right and hits it right at the base of the skull, severing its spine.
Yeah. So this one's dead. I'm going to move it out of the way.
Nice.
Beautiful shot, Beldora. Check.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. How about?
Okay. Let's see. I can still hit this wolfie, so I'm gonna attack this one with one of my radiant sunbolts.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
hit it for 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the end.
Okay. High roll.
Hyrule will bludgeon the wolf for. I'll just beat at his skull. I hit it. I don't know why it didn't. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, 10 bludgeoning, and then he's gonna fly off in this direction.
The wolf doesn't understand why all of a sudden it has a headache. Check.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the other guards are now going to go. Someone get your calculator ready. They do not, these group does not have advantage. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think any of them hit.
Doesn't look like it.
No, all of them were duds.
All right, that was their turn. Markham Southwell.
All right, Markham. We are, whoa, sorry. My character sheet was stuck. There we go. We're gonna attack this dude. That wolfie.
Okay.
With heavy crossbow.
4 damage.
Wow, that was exciting. Hey Finn, you got anything better?
Finn, what you gonna do?
Okay, so my call lightning can travel 120 feet. So it's gonna travel, if it comes right here, can it hit both of those giants?
No, they're too far apart. You'd have to single target it. Who are you gonna go for?
Who's healthy?
Well,
Which one's the
Droopy's back here, and this is the leader, and she's not. She's droopy.
oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just finish her off. If possible. Ew, that's a lousy damage roll. Huh.
13.
Yeah.
And so dexterity. She takes it, and there's not much left. She is very, 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 very injured. Duvessa.
Duvessa is passing arrows to the fighter, the darts.
Helping.
That's all she can do.
Okay, very
And
good.
click. Gotta click. Check. Did that check take?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you still clicking?
I hit it.
All right. So the frost giant's up here.
Oh, there we go. Now it's Sir's turn.
Very good. He's going to.
It's the frost giant. Hold on. He didn't get to go. So the frost giant is stepping up to the gate now. The winter wolf had a readied action. It breathes on the gate, and this big cone of frost comes out, and the fire giant swings his great axe.
Oh my God.
You can hear one of the steel hinges snap as he hits it, and there's a big vibration underneath you, and you can tell that the door is greatly weakened by that blow. That was his turn.
Okay. Sir Barrick is going to attack this one. Wish him luck. Yeah, he's much.
All right.
He's really disappointed in himself.
So Droopy now comes up behind this frost giant and pulls a rock out of a boulder bag on her back and throws it. This time she's aiming over in this direction. And it crashes through the wall above, right up here by Xandra. And Xandra, you and Ogric are going to take some collateral damage, not the whole 23, because that busted the wall down. But let me
How much damage?
Hold on a second. 2. Both you and who's Ogrek? Anyone have Ogrek?
I do, but I can't control her. I
Okay,
have her character sheet up, but
that's all right. I took 2 off. So
okay.
she takes some shrapnel damage from the wall. And now over here in this area, there's no cover because it took out a portion of the wall between the crenellations. All right. And that was Droofy's turn. Xandra.
All right, so Xandra. Now, if Xandra, since the giant is here and the giant is tall, if Xandra comes over to here, can she use a melee weapon against the giant? If she's there?
Yeah, it's not that, no. The short answer would be no.
Darn. So then she's just going to stay over here and use the.
Because the giant, let me give you a rationale. The giant's like 18 feet tall and you're 30 feet in the air.
Oh, we're that high.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains it. All right, come on, sheet. Open up. So we're going to go for the giant.
Which giant? Okay.
Does that giant have a name?
It does not.
All right, that's 7. And then the second attack for 5. So 12 damage.
Ooh, nice. 12 damage as 2 crossbow bolts sink deep into him. All right. Now what happened here? All right, so now
I clicked twice, so I
That's
think
all
I
right.
probably
this
missed you.
frost giant, that's all right. This frost giant
No,
steps up
I
to the
did.
door and
Not another one.
swings his great axe. Oh yeah.
Sir Barrick should have rolled.
Another big crash as Raconteur get ready.
I have it ready.
And
They open the gate.
the door is beginning to bow and lean in as another big hinge snaps.
Is there anything I can attack through the crack?
Not yet. So the doors are still there. They're just precariously beginning to now. One of them is beginning to shift and lean in towards you. You can tell they're about to, 1 or 2 more blows and it's coming down. That winter wolf is dead. Raconteur.
There's nothing I can attack yet, is there?
No, you have a ready to action?
I guess I'll be readying another action because I stood here for a whole round waiting. They didn't come in.
So the guards now are gonna, with advantage, they're shooting still towards Droofy. Let's see what they do. If I can get someone to count them up. With advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's 4.
So we need a 15.
Yes.
14.
So the only one that had a 15, oh no, there's an 18. So that's.
I get 2 hits for 4.
I get 14.
Yeah, 2 hits for
14. All right. Great. And so with that, these guards let off a volley and she sinks to her knees and falls to the ground and falls over dead.
Oh.
Yay!
And as she falls over dead, these other giants see it and begin to retreat towards her. But they haven't moved yet, but you can tell they're turning to leave, to head towards her.
Do we get a shot if they are in retreat?
Well, you're not technically in melee, so no.
Huh.
I don't think so. I mean, an opportunity attack would be, let me do a quick look on that. I don't think so. Anyone else have an opinion on this?
Well, they're retreating, which means that they're not, I forget, there's retreating and then there's, yeah, I don't know.
Well, if they're withdrawing, then there shouldn't be attacks of opportunity on them.
You saying should or should not?
Should not.
Yeah.
They spend their round withdrawing. There would not be an attack of opportunity. There would just be normal attacks as they withdraw.
Right.
Okay.
That's what's happening. They are turning, not necessarily an opportunity attack, but you can continue to, you know, attack them as they're withdrawing. And the wolf as well turns with the other giants and starts heading back towards Droopy.
Luthwin?
You're up.
This one here. So 2 hits for 8 damage.
And that's
That was
that
this
one.
guy.
All right. Okay. Belladonna. Eldora. I keep calling her the wrong name.
What is there to?
Can you hear the wolf? The wolf is
Yeah.
Do?
He's really angry.
What's wounded that's in range for her?
You know, this one right here, you know, this one is taking the most damage.
All right, we'll
No.
shoot it. Ah. Ooh, not
Right.
points.
He unleashes.
Hell. Unfortunately, it just went into the giant's calf. Kava.
All right. So it looks like the wolf is retreating. So I've got these 2 giants here, right?
Yep.
Are either one of them damaged severely?
This one has more damage than that one.
Okay, I'll shoot at this one then.
All right.
Oh.
Bummer.
Okay, I guess I won't. Yeah, okay, cool. So.
High roll. What's high roll doing?
He's gonna not let this wolf get away if he can help it. Can he have opportunity since the wolf's running away?
It's a melee attack thing, not a ranged attack.
What?
Opportunity attack is melee range. It's melee weapons, not ranged weapons.
Well, high roll's a staff.
Yeah,
Isn't that a melee weapon?
but he's done. I don't think he has any. Here,
Need to go. Open the front door and look outside.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, he's missed. Yeah.
And now the guards are going to shoot. They can't. These guards over here on this side, the only thing they can see is the wolf, so they're going to shoot towards the wolf. Is that the right one? Oh, yeah, because they're not the ones that have advantage. Okay, So these guards are gonna shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Don't have advantage.
They do not, and they all.
And they don't have hits either.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah, looks like
a flurry of
No.
arrows that end up not hitting. Mark them.
All right, let's turn this tide around. We're gonna shoot for this giant here. Oh,
Okay. Finn.
Finn's gonna place his cloud right here. God, that is the worst damage. That's out of a possible 30.
I mean, at least you hit them.
Yeah, and there's no dexterity save. That helps. They didn't.
Yeah.
And neither one of them got it.
Yeah, so they both take 11.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. You can tell that this one over here is well bloodied. Duvessa,
Nothing from Duvessa.
who's helping?
She's helping. Check. I got to check.
Yeah, this frost giant. I moved it. I'm sorry. This frost giant heads back
The buzzer just went off, so.
towards that one, towards Droofy. And when he gets to Droofy, he picks up the horn and he blows 3 long blows on the horn, and you hear the chaos around the city immediately stops. You know, the din behind you around the walls. And he yells out, "Retreat! Retreat!" And they all start backing and heading away. And if you guys are okay with that, that's where we can end the adventure today.
Works for
Can
me.
Barrett get his shot off?
Forget that. Did we make 6th level?
You guys, do you want to know what your treasure is? Because that's the important thing, right?
Yeah.
Wolf,
Does Barrett okay, which one of these is the weaker one?
This one.
Okay, 5 points of damage, 5 points of piercing to this one.
And you see that that's enough to keep them. They were starting to pick. He drops the horn and they take off.
Ah, well, we still want to go after him. Oh, they
And
move fast.
the wolf goes as well.
No, Hyrule wants another shot at him.
So does Sandra.
I didn't know Hyrule was so bloodthirsty.
Yeah, it's too late. Hyrule is vengeful. Yeah, but anyway,
Hyrule's right here.
he can take a swing at one of them. Go ahead.
All right.
And he missed.
Hyrule flies back cursing, even though he's a cleric.
All right, you guys did great. So if you go out and are you going to go out and loot the giants?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right.
The giant. There's
Yeah.
one.
Giants.
Giants.
The giant.
The giant's head.
Yes. We said that together. That was so cool.
What's the biggest ant in the world?
The biggest ant,
right.
the giant.
A giant.
That was awesome.
I don't have a giant. I have an
You didn't
antique.
say that one when you were a kid?
Did I say that one?
I don't know, I
I
did.
had my dumb joke phase.
That was a dumb joke when I was a kid.
All right, let's see what happens here. Thanks for hanging in a little extra. I knew we were close to finishing up. As soon as Droofy went down, that was going to be it. So Droofy, the the ivory horn, since the horn is intact, will be worth 750 gold. Is someone marking this down on the treasure
Yeah.
sheet?
Wow.
We want to get Droopy's head, don't we?
Yeah.
Isn't there a big reward for the giant head?
Yeah, but can we really claim the reward when it was the whole town guard that was
Yeah, the
involved?
town guards that were part of it. Everyone else was a part of it.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
what
we should bring it into the town because they want it.
Yeah, maybe what we should do is claim the reward and spend 100 gold pieces on a party for everybody in the militia.
Now we should stake it up on the wall.
Everyone is cheering, you know, all the guards, I mean, they thought they were dead for sure.
We're gonna stake it up on the flagpole.
750 for that. Let's see. She has a crown on her head that has 15 100 gold piece gemstones that are in the helm that's on her head. And as you're looking at it, you think you can pry those right out. Let's see. They also on her. She had in a pouch. She has a copper chalice with gold filigree that is worth 25 gold pieces. She has a small gold bracelet that looks like it was from a human, also worth 25 gold pieces. There's also a black velvet mask with silver thread, also worth 25 gold pieces. In this bag, there's also a potion. Anyone want to try to find out what it is?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. So as you're looking at it, this potion, it looks, the liquid, it looks like there's a sliver of a giant's fingernail in the potion.
Yum.
Potion of giant strength.
It is.
Awesome.
Potion of frost.
You know that.
Strength. What's that?
It's disturbing that she knows that it's a potion of giant strength with a fingernail clipping in it.
Yeah.
What bars do you hang out in?
And it's disturbing anyway. So, Kava, do you want to carry this potion?
Okay.
Okay.
So it changes your strength score to 23 for 1 hour.
Nice.
Does anybody else use strength? Because I'm mostly dexterity.
Oh.
Like strength helps, but yeah, my main is dex.
I guess it could go to Xandra.
Yeah, Xandra's main thing is her strength.
Yeah, give it to Xandra.
Okay.
What does that do for her?
When you take the potion for 1 hour, you have a strength of 23.
And how does that benefit?
You'll do more damage. So what's your strength now?
Let's see. I came upstairs to start dinner. I have to go back down and look at the game. I don't remember.
Well, it's probably no more than
Not-
20.
It's not 23 though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
whatever.
no.
You just get, if you have a strength of 18, you'll do 5 points more damage for each melee blow.
Ooh, that would be really nice.
And finally, in the bag, there are a pair of boots that have wings on them.
Ooh, nice. I like fashionable shoes.
So
Yeah, Sandra's strength is 20. So that will give her 3 extra.
Yeah, because I think you have an amulet of health that gives you a big boost already.
well,
Plus I have boosted the strength on my last, when I
yeah.
leveled up to 4, I think.
So these boots are
Levitation?
what's that?
Boots of levitation?
No, they're called winged boots. So while you wear these boots, anyone want to try them out?
Yeah.
Of course.
If you put them on and someone puts them on, you basically have a flying speed equal to your walking speed, and you can use the boots to fly for up to 4 hours, all at once or in several shorter flights.
But they're not giant size?
No, they're looks like that they were human size, medium sized creature.
If they are giant size, they could be like air cars for us.
Yeah. We could all go.
Half of us could get him one and half of us in the other one.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hey, if nobody else wants them, I'll take them.
Well, I just don't know if my brown bear can wear the boots.
Yeah,
Like something out of Space Jam.
I'm probably not thinking so.
Okay. Everybody cool with Luthwin having the winged
Yeah.
boots?
This one can have them.
He's a half elf, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a half elf and a ranger, so.
So does this make him an actual like fairy now?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's kind of swinging that direction.
Superhero. Come on, now he's a superhero.
Now he can fly. That's what I know.
Right. Y'all need to get your minds out of whatever gutter you got in.
No.
All right, so everyone in the town is like mass happy, and when we get together next week, there'll be a celebration, and a town celebration that's going to be held at the tavern, of course, and you'll probably, Markham still wants to talk to you, and some others might want to say some things.
Oh, maybe they'll have some neat magical items we can get.
Maybe. So, how was it this week? Everyone okay? What would you do? What should we